the things that I've shared are real, actual events on Twitter, where when I was 12 years old, they actually tried to help. There was a very moving moment where I knew their thought, almost their thought. There was a very moving moment where in the school I actually had that picture of me. I had that skin really badly the whole time, and the people who were actually in the school actually tried to help at the time and knew me at the time. And there was some actual litigation where I actually I could remember the other boy's smell, like the way he smelled or whatever, like his thing or whatever in the room, like the room uh, that I was in, and I could feel where I was sitting, and I could see myself from third person. And at the time, the teachers were trying to help in this incredibly moving moment where they actually did say I had red skin all over. I had red all over. I just looked red. Or something about just very innocent or something like that. Or there was actually actual quotes that actually went towards this on the day that I tweeted this. Were they in a very exceptional moving moment? And I wish you had been there. It has to be something on a thing, because it just, for me, it just has to be on a screen, like a cinema screen. Like you would see this wall as being like the screen the whole time, and like I live in like a cinema because my weird uncle had a internal no he had like a wall that was a cinema screen basically, and he could project all these films onto his wall basically. And nature would create a product that was something else. Nature would create a whole product, and I wish I had them to date or to detail. I've posted a lot of things that was the most exceptional moment that I've actually had, where they actually did know their thought and they did know me at the time, where they actually had tried to help. And they said, actually, we want to help. And it gave me chills, it gave me momentum, it gave me everything. It was one of the most real things I've ever experienced in my life. It was real. It was very real. It was these people had actually known me, and they responded in the past in some sort of way in the future, and had actually said, "This is the worst case we've ever seen of this in dermatology." And it was said with conscious intent of their souls, like their conscious intent to say, "This is the worst case we've ever seen." And they said, and they it was the most moving moment I've experienced in my life. In my life, yes. And they tried to help, and they said that was what their message was. We did try to help at the time. We knew we knew something other people didn't. And the doctor, when I said, when you're a doctor, you've got a job for life, I could have actually said that about the doctor who treated me for the skin condition, which was a very rare skin condition, very rare. Well, not very rare, but just rare. And I had red gashes and things like that, and I begged God to kill me, and I screamed and I begged God to kill me. I had thicker skin, so I read online on ChatGPT, you can have thicker skin, or whatever. But you would say that well, it was just incredibly extraordinary. It was incredibly moving. They all, it was genuinely the most pronounced of my life. It was the most pronounced of my life, I would say. Where they had seen me and they said, "Oh, you're an innocent, you're an innocent man," is what they would have genuinely resonant in their souls. And I remember where I was sat and what I was thinking, and then possibly they thought, very good natured things, and they tried to soothe me and things like that. And they asked me on school trips, what's going on with you? What's wrong? Are you okay? And they bent down and they tried to ask me all these questions.